This is Miss Knight, and I'm going to tell you about the MCF portion of the Ames Web Plus assessment. First, I'm sure you're all wondering what MCF stands for. It stands for Mental Computation Fluency. That means these are problems you do in your brain. You don't use a pencil and paper to solve these. We want to see what you're able to do in your mind without writing it down. This test is testing your mental computation fluency, so it's actually testing your knowledge of mathematic operations, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It's testing how well you know these skills. We're giving you this test to find out what skills you are good at and what skills you still need to learn. So don't stress too much about the things you don't know. This is a 4-minute test, so please concentrate on the skills that you do know and problems you can solve. I'm going to show you the MCF by practicing some skills with you. So let's go. There's a few things I want you to know before we look at the problems. The first one is that on the MCF, you will be given one practice problem. This problem is not timed, and it's there so that you get familiar with what kind of problems they're going to give you. The next thing you need to know is that when the test starts, you'll be given 2 problems per page. Each problem will have the number sentence at the top, and underneath will be 3 answers that you need to choose from. Lastly, skip counting will be very helpful in this test. Most of the problems here can be solved by skip counting forward or backward from any number. You know how to do that. Let's look at our first example. Here's an example of a page you would see in the MCF. You can see there are 2 problems. Each problem has 3 answers to choose from. Let's go ahead and work on the top problem. This problem is 8,500 minus 2,500. This is a subtraction problem. And subtraction is one of those operations where we can use our skip counting skills. But since it is subtraction, we're going to skip count backwards. Now I need to think of what I'm going to skip count by. Hundreds or thousands? Well, it has 8,500 minus 2,500. So if I first do 500, I can get it down to the thousands. Alright, so 8,500, then to 8,000. Now I've got to skip count by thousands. I've got to do that 2 times because we have 2,000. So 8,000, then 7,000, then 6,000. So the answer's 6,000. We did it! Skip counting made solving that problem so easy. We first just had to skip count by 500s and then by thousands, and we got the answer. Okay, let's move on to a second example. This one will be just a little bit trickier. On this page, we have a multiplication problem on top and a division problem on the bottom. Let's go ahead and try the division problem. Division can be pretty hard, but remember, it's related to multiplication. So if you use your multiplication skills, it makes division a lot easier. So this time we're going to skip count, but we're going to skip count by 4s, forward. 280 divided by 4. I'm going to use my multiplication skills of counting by 4s to find the answer. But I am not going to count all the way up to 280. That'll take too long. Instead, I'm going to count up to 28 and hide the 0 until later. As I skip count to 28, I'm going to keep track on my fingers of how many times I have to count. Why don't you keep track with me? All right, here we go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. How many did you get? I counted 7 times. Is that what you got too? Great. But if you remember, the problem isn't 28 divided by 4, it's 280. We had that 0 we took away. So now we have to slip it back in. So we changed the 28 back to 280. Now if we were dividing, that 0 would come after the 7 as well. So it makes the 7 into 70. That means the answer to the problem is 70. We did it again. Going over all these skills and all this information step by step may seem a little overwhelming right now, but these are all skills you know and already use. We just want to make sure that you use them when you take the MCF. The most important things to remember is that you'll get one practice problem before you start the test. There are 2 problems on each page, and each problem has 3 answers to choose from. And remember to use your skip counting. That'll get you through almost every problem. Remember to practice these skills, and you will do great on the MCF. I know you can do it because you already know how. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Happy math!